Have you ever set a goal that you find yourself feeling stuck or overwhelmed by? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of goal setting, where science meets strategy, and I promise, by the end of this video, you'll have practical tools to truly transform your life. I'll be sharing effective goal setting strategies for any situation, backed by research that shows how the right goal can reduce stress, improve productivity, and lead to greater fulfillment. You'll walk away with a clear understanding of how to create goals that resonate with you, who you are, and how to implement them effectively. Have you ever set a goal that feels impossible to reach? You're not alone. Many of us struggle with goal setting, but the research shows that it is something that's wonderful to do, and also it can be done in so many different ways that can really support us in making progress. In her wonderful book, The How of Happiness, psychologist Sonia Lyubomirsky, now I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but she outlines 6 incredible advantages of pursuing goals that can transform your life. Working towards goals provides us a sense of purpose and control over our lives. So imagine waking up every day knowing exactly what you're going to achieve. It's really powerful. Establishing meaningful goals enhances our self-esteem, leading to improved confidence and efficacy. Even achieving smaller sub-goals along the way brings a feeling of joy and pride, motivating us to keep going. For example, I do a goal-setting activity every morning, and by the end of the day, I have such a rush of happiness knowing that I've met those sub-goals and working towards those bigger goals. It's a game changer. Pursuing our goals instills structure and meaning into our lives. So just think about it. When you have a goal, every day feels more intentional. Setting goals improves our time management skills. We learn to prioritize what's important and schedule our sub-goals accordingly. This is especially helpful for busy professionals who have a lot of responsibilities and demands on their time. When faced with significant changes or life-altering challenges, the pursuit of goals can contribute to a greater sense of happiness. It's like having a roadmap during tough times. And goal pursuit often fosters social engagement. The more we engage with others, the more satisfied we feel in our lives. Sonia also emphasises that we derive greater satisfaction from pursuing our goals that are intrinsically rewarding. They are meaningful to us, while extrinsic goals determined by others may not yield the same level of fulfillment. Lastly, she correlates experiencing joy and happiness with goals that align with our personality and values. And this is critical. When our goals resonate with who we are far more likely to achieve them. So before you embark on your goal-setting journey, there's a few other things that you might want to consider. So Robert Leahy proposes 3 pivotal questions to ascertain before committing to any change. Again, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing names. So the first is, what is your goal? What steps must you take to achieve it? And are you willing to take those steps? This last question is fundamental. While great intentions may prompt us to think about change, actualizing that change requires a deeper commitment. Okay, so in this section, we're just thinking about goal setting for powerful intentions. So have you ever felt unsure about what you truly want to achieve? Obviously, you're not alone. Clarity is crucial when it comes to setting powerful intentions. Gillian Jones and Ro Goral have developed a 7-statement framework that can help you gain clarity on your intentions. This framework is inspired by the work of Robert Dilts, a specialist in neuro-linguistics programming, and it allows you to tap into your unconscious to articulate what is truly important to you. So here's how it works. I'm just going to give you the sentence starters. Go and take a look at the full article if you want to work through each of these. So the first one starts with because you, then we have therefore you, whenever you, so that you, if you, although you, and in the same way that you. And this framework is powerful because it allows you to gain clarity to ensure that your goals really resonate with your true self. Here's a personalisation tip for you. Keep a separate set of notes handy as you jot down your intentions. This allows you to capture all those brilliant ideas and positive solutions that may emerge as you're exploring your goals. Your unique thought patterns and past experience can lead to a spontaneous aha moment, which is my favourite part of coaching. Be sure to capture these insights for future reference when reviewing your options related to your goals. Again, I'd love to hear your comments and your thoughts, so please do comment below. And if you want a deeper dive into this framework, go take a look at that article or book in a discovery or clarity call with me. Okay, so goal setting for improved wellness. This is for when you're feeling overwhelmed by the amount of options you have in improving your wellness. You're not alone if you feel that overwhelm. The good news is there is a framework available here for you. So this one is the GROW model, and it's often used in coaching and therapy sessions. It offers a flexible and comprehensive approach without overly constricting you to describe your goals. So here's how it works. First off, we start with the goal. So clearly outline what you aim to achieve. This is your North Star. So for example, if you want to improve your fitness, define what success looks like for you. Maybe it's running a 5K or simply feeling more energetic. And then secondly, we think about the reality of this, describing your current situation, acknowledging those barriers and potential obstacles, and reflect on past success. So what has worked for you before? And then identify resources that can support you in moving forward. For instance, maybe you have a friend who is a fitness enthusiast who can support you and give you that accountability. Then we have options. So generate a list of potential solutions, considering factors like timeframes and durations and available resources, and include other people in this. Evaluate and rank these options, prioritising the most practical ones first. So for example, if you want to run a 5K, you want to list the options for joining a running club or following a training plan, and then select which works best for you. And then we wrap this up with having selecting your preferred solutions and thoroughly reviewing it for additional obstacles, developing smaller action steps with their own timeframes and durations, and the required resources to support you in achieving those chosen solutions. This step is crucial for maintaining momentum and staying focused on your goals. So a personalisation tip here is to incorporate a review component into your action plan. This will enable you to refine those actions based on your unique circumstances and personal experiences, considering reviewing whether your actions align with your goals and values, as well as assessing for unforeseen obstacles that might arise. So you might want to pause this video and just jot down this model, or obviously go to my website, find this article, and then you'll have this framework there for you. This goal setting approach is for when you're feeling overwhelmed. So you might be overwhelmed with the current situation, a change or challenge, or the goals that you've set yourself. So you're not alone with this. Achieving a sense of purpose and meaning often requires us to step out of our comfort zones and embrace change. However, when our goals feel too large, they can appear daunting, especially when we're already juggling busy lives. So here are 3 steps to help you tackle this overwhelming goals. Firstly, break them down. So start by breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps. This makes progress feel more feasible. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, start with simple goals of walking for 10 minutes a day and celebrate those small wins. Secondly, prioritise. Once you've broken down your goal, prioritise the steps by assigning a number to each one based on the order in which you intend to tackle them. This helps you focus on one thing at a time and reduces that feeling of being overwhelmed. And then visualise with micro steps. So utilise Jane Hardy's micro-step diagram, which you can find on my article, to visually map out your goal. This can provide clarity and motivation, making it easier to see how small actions can lead to larger achievements. So to personalise this, I suggest you focus on actions that resonate with your values and allows you to use your personal strengths. When your tasks are aligned with what you care about, you're more likely to stay motivated and disciplined. Plus, it can uplift your mood and overall well-being. Okay, so this one is for improved lifestyle habits. So you might find that you have these great intentions for setting some lifestyle goals, whether it's about nutrition or sleep or movement or social connectedness. And something's stopping you. There's a barrier there. You're not meeting those goals. They're a little bit too rigid or a little bit too boring or a little bit too generic. So you're not alone. While many of us may be familiar with the SMART framework for goal setting, I love Michael Hyatt's idea of his SMARTer framework. He uses this in his focus planner, but I'm going to break it down in a slightly different way here. It is designed to infuse engagement and enthusiasm into your goals. So here, the key is making it relevant, ensuring that your goals are relevant by aligning them with your values, personal circumstances, and your needs. For example, if you value health but you have a busy schedule, a relevant goal might be to incorporate 10-minute walks into your day, rather than challenging yourself with a huge run at the end of the day. Actionable. Determine the specific actions that you will take. It could be to reduce or to walk or to run or to call or to add something to your routine. What is the action word you're putting in here? So for instance, if you want to improve your social connectedness, you might set a goal to call a friend once a week. So call is the action there. Then we have specific, measurable, risky, and exciting. Now, I group these together because it just makes it a little bit easier to design. So designing a goal that inspires and challenges you. For example, if you're updating your exercise routine, add a risky element to create excitement. Maybe you could join a new fitness class in your community or create a fun playlist for your workout. Ensure your goal is measurable with clear, specific success criteria, such as the number of repetitions or specific times you'll show up. Be precise about the details of your actions, including strategies to mitigate those obstacles that may impact your consistent participation. And then time keyed, as Hyatt's framework says, for a habit goal, the time key element could be any of the following 4 components. So it's about being specific about when you're going to do it. If there's going to be a time of day you're going to do it, then a date that you're going to be starting this, and then a duration. Now, my personalisation tips for this is to adapt this in the way that works for you. So as you adopt this technique, consider starting with habits you already practice but wish to enhance consistency with. This approach allows you to practice infusing excitement into your goals while refining your use of the key timed element of the framework. And I really do encourage women to also consider what consistency means to you. It doesn't mean doing the same thing all the time. So yes, very much evaluate what that means and don't get too hung up on those numerical frameworks either. This is about you committing to something that's important to you, not about building numbers in your goal setting. So again, you might want to pause the video here and just make a note of that SMART framework. So here are 3 top tips to goal setting that can help you stay motivated and on track. Focus on action goals, not outcome goals. So this is what I was just saying about those numerical goals. An outcome goal might look like lose 5 kilograms, but consider the potential impact of not reaching this goal or achieving it later than planned. Action goals, on the other hand, entail specific actions you can take, such as eating whole foods for at least 5 days of the week, exercising for 2 extra times per week. By setting action goals, you're creating tangible steps that you can realistically achieve each day. Not only does this approach boost your mood and maintain your sense of control, but it often yields to similar results in your outcome goals anyway. Implement personal rules to combat decision fatigue. Design personal rules that streamline your decision-making process and reduce decision fatigue. We have a lot going on in our days, many responsibilities, many decisions to be making, many things to be doing. So, for example, you might create a rule to check emails after 10 a.m. This ensures that you start your day by having already accomplished some of the work goals you wanted to do first. Or consider a rule to set your device to switch to grey screen and silent mode after 8 p.m. This can facilitate winding down and improving quality of sleep. Okay, incorporate contingencies into your plans. I love Chip and Dan Heath's use of tripwires to build contingencies into action plans. These tripwires serve as a cue to prompt you to take alternative actions. So, for example, if you miss your daily walk 2 days in a row, commit to taking it before starting work the following day. Or if you haven't received a response to a work opportunity by the 3rd month, make a phone call rather than sending another email. Then process your next action from there. This allows you to remove that guilt from not taking those actions when you'd planned to. Things get in the way. So instead of berating yourself for not doing the thing you plan to do, simply say, when this happens, I will do that next. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you use tripwires in your goal setting? So share in the comments below, or if you want to discuss how we could do that together, then simply go to my website, save this article if you're a member, book a call so we can gain that clarity together. Goal setting is about creating a path that aligns with your true self. By prioritizing your approach, breaking down your goals, and adding a little excitement, you'll be well on your way to achieving lasting change. Remember, these changes are within your control. Even small steps can have a big impact on how you feel and how you live the life you deserve with improved health and happiness. And finally, if you want to ensure fantastic progress in your personal and professional goals, then join me in a coaching session. Together, we can create a path that resonates with who you are and helps you achieve your goals. Let's start today.